we were trying to split this into 2 videos, I think, seeing as I'm away for a week. So this is me coming back from the guitar safari. Well, I bought the 2 guitars. The guy had other guitars. I thought, oh, lovely guy. My fame preceded me. He's like, oh, I know you. YouTube. He did have other guitars, but he didn't. He was like, he'd kind of more of the guitars I would sell rather than the ones I would buy. If you know what I mean? As in they went off fault, the bits missing, and 20 quid, which is really what I was kind of after. But aye. So I mean, the wee Strats, fine. Bit of a clean strings. Get a nice wee tobacco Strat. I think I quite fancy trying one of the Tube Screamer pedals and putting one of them in it, because it's just Strat and a Tube Screamer. Is that not Stevie Ray Vaughan? Something like that maybe. Set it with 14s or whatever it is he plays as well. That left-handed trem in it. Aye. Wouldn't bother doing that. Nice guitar though. And the other one, it's the sort of Telly Strat hybrid. Somebody's made it themselves, so they kind of filled the. They just put wood into where the trem cavity and all that was before. So I think I'm going to have to strip it and paint it again. So, you can see where the bits of wood are. I don't know. I'll see. I might maybe put a sticker on it or something, or make something with it. I do quite like the Telecaster bridge on a Strat though. I mean, I've actually got one which I basically did exactly the same thing and encountered the same problem, where it kind of, you fill it and you sand it and fill it and file it and sand it and fill it and paint it, and then you can still see the outline. So I need to, basically the same problem as that, but I spent more time on it. No, I quite fancy having Telecaster. I'm wondering if would I rather have my, is that the one I keep? Do I keep the Telly body, or do you prefer a Telly? Who's to know? He's a lot of good guitars. He had a guitar I recognised. It was a pal Ian's Ibanez Geo, sort of RG with one pickup and a sort of mad white with a mad pink graphic on it, and sort of tiger claw marks in the 12th fret. I've seen one of them. It's like, that's the one you did. It's like, you put a bit of pickup in it. Alright. So I did. He was talking about using one of the guitar shops in town to fix his guitars, and his son's mad into expensive guitars, and he bought one and he wanted to pick up swapped over, and it was 100 quid. Right, okay, I don't charge for these things. I should. So I opted to come back the getting stuck in traffic way rather than driving. Apparently it's totally illegal for motorbikes to go up between the cars, 2 rows of traffic. Just, you don't look, you don't think of it. You know, I'm sitting in traffic, I've not moved for 10 minutes, then you get a motorbike going past you at 20 mile an hour like that. So, what am I going to do with those guitars? Well, I think I'll go home and do a video of it. I think I'll make this video going this bit, and then later on when I get home I'll show you the guitars. Both look pretty good, to be honest. Seriously wrong. It's very much not really the car. Often when someone says I've got some guitars, they've somehow managed to get, they've got 10 left. You know, they bought a load of 20 guitars and they sold the 10 good ones, and then there's now the 10 left, 5 of them are pure shit. Those are the ones I would probably have bought. But we'll see how it goes. Probably shouldn't have bought them. I don't need any more. But I mean, one of them's not a Strat, the other one's a tobacco. Neither of them are a black Strat or a white scratch plate. They're boring. It's basically taking the Telly Strat hybrid thing. I wonder if the pickup's good. It looks pure shit, but it's been painted black. I wonder, it looks like they've had to try and wangle it to fit in. So I'm wondering if the reason they've done that in this day and age, if that had been done in the 70s, it could be any reason, but now, because you can just buy pickups for a tenner, it's making me think that maybe the pickup in it's something fancy. You get a Wilkinson bridge. I don't think that necessarily makes it particularly expensive, but no, quite fancy. A Telly Strat hybrid would be nice. But a Teletribe would be a bit cooler than the one I've just built with the rat pedal in it, the Strat, but it's like that. There's that cool thing, and there's that how cheap is it thing. It's like I paid more for that than I did for the Encore. The whole idea, I mean, that one's sitting at 50 quid, not even that, 40 quid or something it's cost me so far. And it's, well, I'm not going to do anything else to it. Even last night, if I could be bothered, I would put a sticker in here, like the photo. When I was on Temu, I bought a Black Sabbath sticker. So I stuck a Black Sabbath sticker, like a black and white one, on the scratch plate, and looked at it for half an hour hanging in the wall, and then got the lighter fluid out, took the sticker off and stuck it in the back of the rolling cube, just because it didn't, I just don't think that guitar needs anything. It's just, the way it is, it's just absolutely perfect. Anything else I did would just be aesthetic, frivolous, you know what I mean? Whereas I like the idea of everything being functional. It makes it a wee bit more stressful when you use bikes going overtaking you on the inside and stuff like that. It's not great fun, so it isn't. Yeah, no, I was at the guy's house for once at 20 past 3. I think I was there for nearly 2 hours. 20 past 1, I was there about 1:45. I was there for an hour and a half, jumping pish. That was good. It was good to see people with just talking about folk buying guitars and stuff like that. This guy was very much in my camp of, rather than having one 2.5 grand Les Paul, why don't you have 10 £250 more guitars that are all more interested in a 2.5 grand Les Paul? So that's what he's got. It varies, very kind of similar to me. I think he said the most he'd ever really pay for a guitar was sort of £350 or something. It's like, yeah. The thing is, once you get to that sort of money, if you know what you're doing and you're buying guitars that are interesting and decent for that kind of money, there's not a huge difference between, a decently set up, decent £350 guitar and anything, really. It's like, you're not talking about, it's a completely different thing, it's just like, yeah, okay. There's your £350, Ibanez RG, blah blah blah, whatever it is, or it's like, there's no tenure. Give that to Jimi Hendrix, he'll still fucking wipe you out. If you've got the most expensive custom shop Strat, Hendrix is still going to be better with a Squier. Spend more time playing, less time looking up forums, see what's good. The guy was talking about all the other YouTube channels. I just don't watch any other guitar YouTube. I don't watch any channels that are similar to mine because I want to do my own thing. It sounds really stupid. I've heard that Michael Schenker does it as well, doesn't listen to music, so it doesn't influence what he's doing. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, obviously I do see other YouTube channels, and I watch other small channels like myself, but not really guitar-y ones. Maybe I don't want to be persuaded or something, I don't know. I just don't want to be influenced too much. After that guy told me I was being how amateur, it's like, yeah, well, totally, it's meant to be, it's no part of it. I don't want to be reading a script, so I say one sentence, cut, and then I say the next one because I left a big gap. I don't want to do that. And have lighting, and yeah, be nice, talk legibly, fuck off. Relaxing. I'm really not sure what you're doing. You kind of pulled in front of me, now you're slowing and slamming the brakes on in front of a truck. Yeah, what a fucking tit. Fucking arsehole. People just can't drive. Because I mean, that was literally just put the indicator on and just slam into front of me. He would have hit me if I hadn't slowed down, and then he sat in front of me, gradually slowed down. Yeah, I didn't hit you, so I saw you. Idiot. I not buying any of them because I'm not sure that I'm going to get the next delivery before I'm away. In fact, I've got a horrible feeling that the poly bag is going to sit on my doorstep for a week. I might put a wee note saying, Temu guy, can you stick it in the, the green bin or something? Not that it's a highly, there's not an awful lot of money involved. It's £16 worth or something like that, which includes 2 distortion pedals, a rat pedal and a fuzz pedal. This car's not bad in the rain either, as we said. I think maybe just because the tyres have got tread on them. I think the Panda, maybe the tyres didn't have tread on them. It's sort of skated round corners a fair amount. Well, obviously enough to pass an MOT tread, but maybe something else wrong. So there we go, that's 15 minutes that we're giving in. 15 minutes talking in the house, that's 2 videos out of the way. That means I've got Monday, Tuesday, and then I've got my new project. It just happens as soon as you hit a car park. It's like, oh, I'm not really sure where to go. I'm just going to go really slowly. I don't really know what you're doing. You put your indicator on, is that because you're going into a car parking space? Oh, you put your left-hand indicator on. Oh, you're going backwards, right? Okay. It's all right. Well, I'll just wait. Just keep going. No, just keep going. No, that was a reverse park. Wow. Okay. Hey YouTube, I don't know why it's why this camera's gone and it's all fuzzy, but there we go. And I seem to be a bit zoomed in, but yeah. So here's the guitars I got. Here's the Squier I was talking about, the YN serial number 1. These ones just say on the top. Look at that resolution. Wow, this is going to upload quickly. It just says Squier Strat. It's not a Stratocaster by Fender, and the serial number is on the neck plate, YN something, and made in China on it, even though it's actually made in Taiwan. Because of international war thing, yeah. So it's got terrible strings on it. I was actually, I just said, the guy was as a sub enemy. Yes, and he bought Temu strings, and I think they're for an acoustic. He said they were for a Les Paul, but if you put the first 4 on, then the next ones weren't long enough to reach the headstock. So I'll put new strings on it. I came home about an hour ago or something like that. I've just been sitting and it's tempted to start. Obviously, that sticker's getting the lighter fluid on and getting taken off, and it'll make the guitar immediately much better. A wee bit of bashing around the outside, stuff like that. But looks nice. I'm thinking that my pal has like lemon oil or something like that, because the boards on both of these are really sort of oiled up and quite nice. Yeah. So this one, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of got that classic thing. I think I might put a pedal on it, basically. Yeah, but just that, not really do anything else. I kind of like the look, just the white with the tobacco burst. Maybe it's just, I mean, this is like the second most boring Strat. The most boring one being the black one with the white scratch plate, but it is quite nice. It's maybe just boring because I've seen it too many times. So that was one guitar. He also had a telly, and it was like, I'm sorry, I can't buy tellies because I know how much they're worth. It was like, it's like a Squier telly, and it's like you think, well, a Squier Strat's at 50, 60, 70, that kind of money, so the telly's the same. So I just know that it was like 150, 175. I was like, yeah, that's what a Squier telly's worth for some reason, because everyone buys Strats. The first guitar, you should buy tellies. And then the other guitar is this one, which is, it's actually in this sort of fuzzy vision. It actually looks quite good. Woo! Is that actually working? Yes, it is. Right. Might be a wee bit quiet. But yeah, so this is a Strat that somebody's filled it in. You can see they've not quite got it right. You probably can't see it in this resolution. You can't. it's been filled. You can sort of see the outline of where it was. So basically, a big sticker on it there, and a wee bit in below it. But it's got a Wilkinson M series bridge, which I've just noticed there has a brass saddles, but 6 brass saddles. I really wish that camera was working. Why is that camera not working? I'll get to that with this guitar. That pickup, the routing looks like they've done they've made the routing too big, and it's there's a bit of black tape there hiding the hole. That pickup's been painted white. I have tried plugging it in, and it's the classic, the wiring thing. It's neck pickup, bridge pickup, because you've got to use both sides of the switch on a telly switch. So whoever wired this didn't know that. They've maybe wired a strap before and went, oh, telly switches are different because you've got to use basically they're not really different. It's the same switch, but wired differently because there's only 2 of them. You need to use both sides of the switch to link them together to get a 3-way, to get both on in the middle. That's held on with tape, stuff like that. I don't like that. Yeah. D'Addario strings on this one. I was actually playing this. A couple of things. I mean, obviously I'll talk about this later before. Both these guitars are playable, I would think. Well, this one is. I would sort the wiring, but I mean it plays quite nice. That just needs strings. It's like not buying guitars that have got hideous things wrong with them. There's not really anything wrong with these guitars. I do quite like that. What to do with it though? I just bought it because I liked it. I think it might be a Squier neck. The headstock's awful. It's awful Fendery looking, you know, and it's like the general quality of it. It's not like a Chinese one or it's not a Chipson or a Chender or whatever you call it. So what I think this is, I think this is or was a Squier. I think this is a Squier guitar that somebody has sanded off the Squier logo and put a Fender one on, and then taken off the Fender one because to sell it or something like that, because it was a. So I think, I mean, I just totally wouldn't do that. I think I would leave it Squier. I mean, if you see the Buckycasters and some of the J-Paxes, they still say Squier on them. But the J-Paxes Jen does not paint over the bit that says it's a Squier, because that's a good thing. That's a sellable thing. I don't like that the output jack socket's getting moved. It's right at the bit you touch. It's also crappily done. So I'll move the output jack socket, but I quite like. That's not quite in line there either, is it? Just 2 bits. No, a wee bit. I'll do a video of faffing about with this, and then I mean, it looks pretty good. Also the scratch plate's a little bit close to the edge there. I'd like maybe slide that down, but I don't know. No, I quite like it. Fuzz pedal, maybe. Telly with a fuzz pedal on it. Possible pickup arrangement. Nothing crazy, but maybe my pal Ronnie just bought the FGN, the same as mine, but with the humbucker in the neck. It's also got a coil split, which I didn't really have, the Bucker one. So maybe put a humbucker in here, and then a proper telly pickup in there, or whatever's going on. Don't know. It's up in the air. Maybe Buckycaster. I think I've actually got a this coloured plastic scratch plate for a telly. Maybe put that on it. In fact, maybe just put that on it and leave it black. There is a black Buckycaster out there. It never got a number because my pal bought it before I built it, but it was a PV telly, and it had a pickup from a humbucker in it from a Shine guitar, which kind of looked like Prisons. It was like totally cool, just a metal cover on a humbucker, but it was like it looked like a pure fancy Gretsch toastery thing, and it was a black telly, matte black telly like that, and I painted the scratch plate, but I hadn't yet done the body, and my pal bought it, and I don't think he kept it long. I saw it 6 months later in Cash Converters, but it is the one that looks like it could be a Buck, as in someone's painted the scratch plate this colour. That was technically a sort of a Buckycaster prototype. So if you've got that, they're worth money. Rock on. Catch you later. We're trying to start in A then. Remember, less pouting, more bass playing. This is a video for my channel. It's just we were born to be alive. We were born to be alive. Born to be alive. And we are born to be alive.